Well, hey there, how is it going? So it's a beautiful, well, no it's not, it's cold. I mean, it's not too bad now, but it's not the way I want it to be, and it's windy. But here we are, we're in the Fiero, we're gonna go take a little drive. I wanna talk about some ideas I got conjuring up here that's in store for this car, potentially. As long as, everything goes right, and, what could be expected to be done here to the Fiero. So we're going to do a little drive and talk video here today with the Fiero, and yeah. So of course, as you've seen, I finally got the Fiero to a point where it is, I wouldn't say comfortable, but it's definitely more streetable. I got side windows, I got the new Lexan windshield because I accidentally broke the old one. Because little did I know the removable windshield was not indeed removable. So far, everything else is good, and we're just enjoying our time here. Haven't done anything to the engine. Definitely got to fix the exhaust. The exhaust is developing some leaks. It's not great exhaust work at all. The routing of it sucks. I don't really particularly care about the sound of this engine. I know they can sound pretty good with the right exhaust. This does not have the right exhaust, so definitely going to be some exhaust work coming up. I will make a video. Gotcha. I will make a video on the exhaust and how it sounds. I will make a video on the exhaust and how it sounds before I change anything. Just to get an idea. Some people might like this sound, I don't know. Not particularly a sound I'm too fond of. It's not the worst thing I've ever heard, but not something, it's definitely something I want to change. How about that? So yeah, there's always that video to look forward to. Alright, now I gotta find a place. Apparently the GoPro is not wanting to stick to the windshield, so maybe the side window here. Hey, what are you doing over there? I know, I'm not used to having the camera over there either. I'm not sure how it'll look until obviously I upload the footage. I guess I should get the car started here and warm up while I'm getting myself ready, I guess. Alright, let's see here. Car doesn't like starting in the cold. Don't know why, but like I said, there's so much to be done to this car because I have no clue how long everything's been in here. As far as I know, most of the parts are from a junkyard, so definitely gonna have to go through the engine. I don't know, maybe over the winter, since I won't be able to drive it, maybe I can make some space in the garage to work on it and get the top end of the engine apart, cleaned up, and inspect it. New gaskets and everything. Oh. Huh. It died. Now that may or may not have due to the fact that I put probably way too much E85 in the gas tank than I probably should have. I can tell the belt's slipping because the damn bolt gauge is going, yeah. Anyway, I don't think it was enough E85 to do anything, but it's definitely not helping it start. See it wanting it's trying to figure out, hey, too much fuel, not enough fuel, too much fuel. That's just the E85. But due to my surprise, something I have to mention is with the glass, the side glass in here, the exhaust is not nearly as loud as I had thought it would be. I mean, it's, it's not quiet, but it's not, I thought it would be a lot of drone, like really bad, but it's not, it really isn't. tolerable, I should say. All right, I think we're good enough here. Let's get the show on the road. Clutch is not friendly when it's cold. It really is not. It is the worst freaking thing to drive. Which really makes this car a pain to drive on the streets. If there was no one else on the road, it wouldn't matter. But unfortunately, there are other drivers on the road. Now, I'm sorry if it is a little loud in camera. I'm going to do my best to speak up so you can hear me. Obviously, moving, there's a lot more exhaust noise, but... Okay, so like I was saying, definitely going to do some exhaust stuff. I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm not getting any custom work done like I have on other cars in the past. I would normally do that, but there's a reason why I'm not. And that's mainly because I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this car. Now, that means I'm not sure if I'm going to go twin turbo with this engine, stick with just the supercharger and see what happens, or go twin charged. Now, I would love to go twin charged just because it's unique, it's different. I already have one turbo I can use. I just need to get another cheap turbo. Then I'll be able to do something like that. Obviously, we need a few other things. As far as tuning goes, see, that's the thing. Like, I know you can get away with this ECU in like some piggyback mods to probably support maybe upwards of 10 pounds of boost. And the stock supercharger can easily do 10 pounds of boost with a pulley swap. Right there. I gave it a little gas. As soon as I let the clutch out, when it's cold, it just goes, hey, I'm on the grab, boom, stall the engine. It's really a really annoying clutch. I'm not entirely sure. I'm not used to having a clutch like that, so I really need to probably raise the idle RPMs to help combat that. Yeah, like I was saying, stock supercharger can easily support 10 pounds of boost. The problem is, it doesn't do it very efficiently. I could definitely get more efficient power adding a set of turbochargers, leaving the stock pulley on the supercharger and upping the boost through turbochargers. Definitely more efficient to do it that way, but it's also a lot more money to do it that way. And yeah, well, so I don't know what to do there. So that's a possibility. That's the reason why whatever I do with the exhaust is going to be kind of just a little bit better than it already is, or something where it can easily be changed. I was actually probably going to use some of the flex pipe I have, or if I have to get a new piece, you know, that stuff's okay. Obviously, you know, it's not something I would use on a permanent installation, but I could definitely use it to get a better routing figured out. And, you know, who knows? Obviously, if I go twin turbo, or even add a set of turbos, the exhaust will likely change from the normal rear mount setup to probably something that would get, you know, just pipes that dump straight up through the rear cover there. So, you know, I don't know what to do. Obviously, that would be the wow factor. That would definitely really help a lot of the, you know, add power to the car. I think it would help with the top end power as well, adding the turbochargers. Yeah, best of both worlds. The instant torque of the Eaton supercharger and then adding a set of turbos would be nice. Now you fell again. You're back up on the windshield. I'm not sure how long you're gonna stay up there for, but hopefully long enough. I've got a nice open straightaway ahead of me. Probably do a little first through third rip. Traction problems as it is. It's actually really good traction with the power level it seems to have. But obviously, as we get up there, you know, definitely gonna probably put a bigger tire on the back. Probably, I was thinking a 275, but a 275 is, you know, for like an ET Street or something. Sidewall's way too high for a 15-inch wheel. So I think it was a 265 or 255 or I don't know, it was smaller, but the sidewall height was definitely more suitable for this car. So that's probably what we're going to do. I'm pretty sure I can fit that on the stock wheel. Stock wheel, I think it's only an 8-inch wheel, but it should hold. It's only a 265 or whatever, 270, or I mean 260 or something. It should definitely hold that fine. That'll be the wheel and tire setup I use. Yeah, it doesn't feel as quick. Now I don't know if it's because it's making less power for some reason. Obviously, I've added a crap ton more weight with the doors, but I guess now we just need to add more power. I can definitely feel the belt slip. That's the problem here with the power. Because you can just feel it go, yeah, oh, there's torque. Let's go to a 4.3. Try this, 4.3 downshift. Better. A lot better. All right, so there's that, and there's that. Well, hope you enjoyed the drive there. Yeah, so I mean, as of now, that's pretty much all I have planned for this. Obviously, I mean, it's going to take some time and money to get this to a point that really makes the car really capable. You know, working with what I have already doesn't get me too far. I mean, I could always just send it and break it. I mean, 3/8 are dime a dozen, but I really don't want to do that. I don't even know if I'll ever keep the 3/8 in here. There's so many different things you can do. I mean, obviously, with the right parts and the right people and money, anything's possible. And there's so many different things you can do. I would prefer a longitudinally mounted setup, even though pretty much practically with the transverse mount setup, you can put anything you want in there if it's from a front wheel drive car. Not with a manual, of course. There's only so many manuals that will, you know, work. you know, unless you can get adapters made or whatever. But for the most part, yeah, I mean, obviously I want to keep this a stick car. I really need to figure out a better way to engage the transmission. This lever crap, I don't know if there's a better way to do this. I'm not a fan of the shift cables for the linkage. I'm so used to direct levers on the, you know, like the T45 and the Cobra and a lot of other Mustang transmissions. I'm really not used to this, and it is the most garbage shifter I've ever had the opportunity to use. But regardless of all that, you know, there's just a lot of other small stuff. Like I need a dang speedometer. Like I would like to have a working boost gauge. There's so many things I need to do. Obviously, they're just repairs. They're not really anything fun. I need to install a horn. That's kind of something. If I want to drive this on the street around here, especially in Baltimore, I need to have a horn. Let people know, hey, hello, I'm here. Don't cut in front of me, you know. But generally I have to rev at them, and hopefully, you know, they hear the car. You know that. But like the freaking fuel gauge is wonky. I don't know. There's a lot of just repairable things for this car. So it's like, if I go through all the trouble tearing apart the engine bay and stuff over the winter, do I really want to put it back to stock? That's kind of where it goes. You know, when everything's apart, you have a chance to access things. Because one awesome thing about this 3.8 is it's tiny. Like the block itself is only like that big. And you take the supercharger off, and you can pretty much get to anything. The valve covers, you can get to all the valves if you need to. They're pretty easy. You know, these are easy little engines to work on. That's why a lot of people run them, especially for the Fieros. And you know, I'm gonna rock it for as long as I can until I think I've, you know, maxed out its capabilities, or just move on to something else. Obviously, you can only do so much with this setup, and this setup's really, I think, more or less limited to the transmission. The engine, we all know, is good for a lot of power. The transmission, not so much. That's why I have another one sitting in the garage. So, oh man, but I mean, you know, it is what it is. I would like to get things kind of to a good point, so in spring we can maybe get the car to a track, get some racing content, you know, just me getting my feet wet going down the quarter mile, seeing what the car can do. You know, I was going to save, maybe do a baseline run, but honestly, at this point, it doesn't really make sense. The car, it needs a lot of work as it is, and by the time I go through all that trouble fixing everything to put it back the way it was just to do a baseline run, I could already have a setup on the car that would likely, you know, definitely take it into a whole nother time bracket. So it's just a fun, quirky car, and it gets a lot of attention. That's why I wanted it, something different. And it you know, teaches me a little bit about a different platform. I actually kind of grown to really like the Fiero as a car. I'm not gonna lie. Truth be told, if I had the money and if I had the opportunity, I would probably buy like one of the Fiero, Ferrari replicas made from a Fiero. You can get some really nice Ferrari replicas. And if I could, you know, once the Z06 Vet comes out, find a wrecked Z06 with the flat plane V8, stuff it in the back of a Ferrari lookalike Fiero. Tell me that wouldn't be a match made in heaven. Oh my God, I would love that so much. Obviously, that would take a lot of money. I can't even imagine how much one of those LT6 engines will go for on the used market. Probably 30 grand, I'm sure, when they start plucking them out of wrecked Z06 is probably actually more, probably 40, 50 grand they'll probably want for the whole dang thing. The transaxle with the dual clutch and the engine and the control module and all that. So I mean, it would be crazy to put $50,000 worth of a powertrain into a Fiero, but just imagine that. That would be ridiculous. That would be stupid fast car with a stock LT6. And it would look like a Ferrari, it would sound like a Ferrari, and it would be all GM. That would be beautiful. That would be such a freaking troll car right there. And I would love every minute of it. But obviously that's a whole different level of car for me. But, you know, hey, we keep our eyes open. Who knows? I really don't know where YouTube's going to take me. So we just keep moving, and when that time comes, maybe we could do something like that. Who knows? But I have really fallen in love with the Fiero. I think it is a really cool car. Alright, so with that said, I think that's going to wrap it up for the video here. So, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up. Share with everyone you know if you want to see more content like this. And you haven't already, subscribe to the channel and keep a lookout for the next True Car Enthusiast video.